Welcome back to Let's Clean PowerWash Simulator. I'm BurningDogFace. I was just pondering these candles here. What makes them so big? What makes them burn forever without going out? What makes them impervious to my, arquebus? And then I suddenly had the thought to myself, wait, this is 40K. There might actually be an answer about that, and if there is, it will definitely be something horrible, like they're made out of the fat of murdered children or something. So you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and get back to work, and I'm not going to think about it. Oh. Huh. This cargo container has mounted turrets on top of it. That's kind of funny. I didn't even notice that before. The fuck? Where'd my little scaffolding go? Oh, was this the computer making computer noises? I heard a strange thing. Well, that's weird. I don't usually lose an entire scaffolding. There it is. No, that's just the really big one. Alright, I'll turn around. It'll be right here. Yes! The best way to find something is to make it clear you don't know where it is. I totally tricked you. Where was it? It was... Is that it over there? God damn it, there's cargo containers and candles everywhere. I just picked a random patch and I was starting. Oh, well. Well, might as well keep looking. Just casually carrying this over my head. Shout out to Derek Floyd, who says, oh, there it is. It's on this side. Just a moment. This side, I think. Aw, it's not letting me interact with this or even tell me what it is. Looks like mounted bolters, I think. Yes, Derek Floyd says, the three major ordos of the Emperor's Inquisition are the ordos Hereticus, Xenos, and Malleus. The Ordo Hereticus is the largest, as... Just a moment, let me put this down. Where the fuck am I? Wrong side. Is the largest as it monitors for treason, heresy, and unwanted mutations, enforcing its authority with the militant orders of the Adepta Sororitas. Oh, I forgot about that. It's Adepta Sororitas, because it's the feminine, not Adeptus. Yeah, the Sisters of Battle. The Ordo Xenos fights the threat of the alien through employing the Death Watch, Space Marines specialized in fighting aliens drawn from across the Astartes chapters. Those guys are cool. They all wear the same uniform when they're in the Death Watch, but they're allowed to keep one pauldron unchanged in order to honor their original chapters. The Ordo Malleus is the oldest, established near the end of the Horus Heresy to keep humanity safe from chaos by any means necessary, employing the elite Grey Knights chapter to annihilate demons and their cultists. And that makes a lot of sense. I thought I would mention. I think the Ordo Astartes I mentioned was they called them Ordo Minorises, like much smaller groups dedicated to much more specific things. Oh, holy shit. I went looking for one in particular I'd forgotten the name of that I learned of yesterday, like an Ordo Minoris, and I've had a whole damn list of them. It says there are a large but unknown number of Ordo Minorises. The one I was thinking of is Ordo Sepultarum. Researches current plagues afflicting the Imperium and determines how best to contain, destroy, and cure them. Created to investigate an increase in outbreaks of the zombie plague just before the 13th Black Crusade. Grimdark, ladies and gentlemen. They got, like, Ordo Sanctorum, oversees the ecclesiarchy. Ordo Redactus, tries to keep the history of the Inquisition classified. Ordo Excorium, specifically dedicated to monitoring the use of exterminatus. But I like this. There's a theme to the three major Ordos. The Ordo Hereticus, that goes from heretics, is the threat within. The Ordo Xenos is the threat without, because they're for aliens. And the Ordo Malleus, for demons, is the threat beyond. That's very clever. Also, look at some of these are like Ordo Desolatus, unknown purpose. They must have just had a fucking list of them somewhere. Oh boy. That is very silly. Sorry, I didn't mean to get completely sidetracked there. In fact, let me stop talking about fucking Ordos for a moment. And give a shout out to Yornik, who says Zinch's curse, in quotes, is actually just him looking at you and letting out a tiny, sad sigh. I'm not even angry with you, I'm just disappointed. You can do better, you know? Oh, and there are very few things in 40k worth repeating ad nauseum because they don't get old, but one of those is blood for the blood god, skulls for the skull throne, milk for the corn flakes. Oh dear. Also, the Glorious Chaos has its own inquisition. It consists of local school kids. They're very inquisitive, these boys and girls and others. Oh boy. That is ridiculous. But, you know, fucking around with scenery and talking about minor stuff in the universe is one thing. Cleaning up this ship is quite another entirely. Clean off the side vent here. Get this retro thruster here. Okay. Yeah, you were just a thought. You really should change those vents rather than, you know, just cleaning them off. I'm just saying. Has a filter that needs to be changed. I'm sure these guys do. Unless one of the technologies that does remain in the 41st millennium is infinitely regenerating filters. What the fuck am I even talking about? You'd think I'd have more hops for someone whose jumps sound like that. Oh, there's a ladder right here. How convenient. Excellent. Oh, that feels good. Sorry, I remembered a thing I wanted to look up in between episodes and forgot to. Shout out to Elthwar, who says, as far as I can tell, Aestimare is a term made by 40k to give the planet's importance grade. I have no idea how to pronounce it. As for the size of a Thunderhawk, it's 26.6 meters long, that can't be right. 26.65 meter wingspan. Doesn't seem like a square, but hey, I don't know. Maybe it's an illusion. And 9.8 meters tall. For comparison, Bane blades are 13.5 by 8.4 by 6.3 meters. So I guess the strategy game kind of exaggerated how fucking enormous they are. I mean, that's really big, but, you know, this is, I mean, this plane is bigger than them, for God's sake. Oh yes, I'm very curious as to what they were fighting to get such an even coating. I had suspected from the earlier vehicles that it was an aquatic or swampy environment, but getting it all across the Thunderhawk makes it seem like the entire atmosphere is just grime. Gross. Oh dear. Get the timer going again, and, where was I? Yes, I just finished this. Okay, okay. Big engine. Creative when you're right up close. At this range, even the 40-degree one will clean. What do we done here? Oh. Oh, right, I can do this. With the free aim thing. Yeah, good. Slowly turn around. That is incidentally as fast as it will go like this. Excellent! The turbine is working, the most important part of the engine. I have no idea if that's true or not. I was just being facetious there. I will tell you this, you know, enthusiastic amateur of Warhammer 40,000, blithering idiot on the subject of jet engines. I have no idea how that technology works. It might as well be magic. I probably shouldn't have said that part out loud here either. By which I mean it's so holy and awe-inspiring, I can't imagine that it was ever created by the hands of... Oh, wait, no, humans are like, perfect in this religion. Shit. Ever created by the hands of mere mortals, and not just handed to us by the Emperor. Yeah, nice save. Ooh, yeah, here we go. Yeah, I forgot. It doesn't really work unless you're within range. So being stood on top of the engine was not optimal for finding places to put it. Some of the neon green nozzle looks more out of place here than any of the other levels. Oh, right, that's why. Interesting that it won't let me lift it either when I'm stood under it. I guess they don't want me to try and game that in order to crush myself. big chunk right there. Excellent! Cowling taken care of. Huh. What's that multiplayer cooking game? It's intentionally really stressful. It's like Overcooked. I guess the art style is a bit too simplistic to do a level here. But you know what I'm talking about. You like grab the starting level and turn that into a PowerWash level, because all the walls and floors are coated in food. Oh. Still crazy, I have to look up to see a candle flame when I'm lying down next to it. Real pissed if someone turns on one of those retro toasters while I'm standing under it. I'm just saying. I suppose they suggested if there's anyone still on board, it's a Space Marine, and I don't think they're known for pranks, but, you know, might be wrong. You know, I did remember this engine being a huge annoyance on the other side. Must be some dirt on the top that I can see through the seam. Or I haven't found the right angle. That's often the oh boy. Oh, this one sucks. This little cranny right here feels like I'm lying on my back under a car. Ah, direction can be tricky like this. You know, every time I post a video, I can tag it with the title of the video. Well, you've probably noticed that since it's right there in the fucking description box all this time and all that. I bring this up because every time I tag something from this series... Oh boy. Lift up the arm and the engine's even worse. Every time I tag a video from this series, there's a very minor annoyance I have to deal with, where, well, see, I believe they put out a VR version of this game. It was, not at all anything wrong with that. I'm sure it's just as satisfying and relaxing in first person as it is on a screen. No, wait, this is technically first person. Well, whatever. You know what I mean. It's when it's in your head and not on a screen. Or on your head. Whatever, man. My point is that the problem with this isn't that the game exists, it's that they didn't, call it PowerWash Simulator VR, or, what have you. Some cute version of that. I know id Software called their game Doom VFR. Virtual fucking reality. In the style of the famous BFG. Well, they just called it, hey, this is the VR version of PowerWash Simulator. Which means every time I go to tag this game, when I type in, PowerWash, the things that come up at the very top of the list are PowerWash Simulator 2021 and PowerWash Simulator 2022. And there's no pictures on that screen, so... It was just a matter of having to remember every time which one is this one. Well, I suppose, it's easy enough when you consider that the flat one would have had to come out before the VR one. I suppose the timer has gone. You've made great strides in this episode. It might not look like it, but damn, the fact that this thing looks this good. And hey, we did get this, this, and this, so that's nice. Oh, that's right, I started off by cleaning that last cannon. Huh. Well, I didn't start off, you know what I mean. I'm BurningDogFace, and I will see you on the next episode of Let's Clean PowerWash Simulator. Later.